Is this working? My voice is still gone. For anyone that showed up in the last live. Switch testing. I need a tea. Who's here? Please, as usual, say something if you're here. Just realized glasses, I tried to bend them into shape. It didn't work. Damn, that hurts. It says 2 people. I'm guessing Lou, maybe Snowy. Oh, is there lag in the chat? Snowy! Yay! Okay. Lou, are you here, Lou? I see 3. Snacks and expectations ready. Low, make sure they're low. All right, Lou. Please commence the assignment I gave you. I very much appreciate it. Just to let you know, Snowy, Lou is added on as a mod temporarily because Lou has been I pretty much am going like back and forth with mod just until I figure out the whole thing of keeping whether back and forth in terms of if I want 1 or 2, because it's sort of like Snowy, you've got it down pat, but Lou has more time available, so I'm just trying to figure it out, but now is not the time for me to do that. My brain is so dead. I did a live earlier that was like 2 hours of me rambling to Lou, and it was a lot of fun, but my throat is killing me by the end, and so I brought some hot tea and lots of honey to hopefully make it sound better. I have a lot of throat problems, and after I talk a long time, my throat goes away. And I was trying to figure out why, even if I like when I'm singing I try to sing, I try to do music, and I was trying to figure out why does that keep happening. And then I was like, oh yeah, past years of having eating disorder issues kind of does that. We never played the game of guess how many mental disorders I have. Okay, Snowy. Well, it doesn't help that you're trying to talk while drinking. Sounds like you were you were drowning. I really wasn't like having very much apple juice at all. Like I didn't finish a can. Doesn't help that you were trying to talk while drinking. Wait, do you mean while not drinking or while drinking? I need to wait till my brain is buffering. Like the chat may have lagged, but it's nothing compared to what my brain is experiencing. Also, I was trying to fix my glasses before and bend them into place because they kept falling off. And now they don't fall off, but they sit really hard on my ear and it hurts a lot. I need to go and get them fixed because this really hurts. Okay, Snowy. No, I meant while you were in the process of putting a liquid in your mouth, you were still talking. Oh, yeah, I sort of forget the order of things in terms of human functioning sometimes. Apparently, it's an actual thing called alexithymia or alexithymia. I'm not sure the pronunciation. I'm pretty sure it's a tomato situation. I think the alien feces are attacking your ears. No, they're too far down. They can't hurt the top part. It's behind them. I also like during the whole Lauren at the last stream. Yeah, Lauren was at the last stream. I'm not sure if she. I think it's she. I think that's a she. Like the name is she. But is there for the whole. They can swing. They can swing up like Tarzans. All right. My brain is so hard right now. Like it takes me like an extra 30 seconds to process. Like that sentence makes no sense. Oh, it is a joke. Oh, okay, meant to be funny. It's like whenever I'm tired, like the autistic aspect of me gets real strong because it's like I managed to get myself some more spoons, so I feel okay to talk, like to go live, but it'll be a bit of a shorter one than earlier. It was also because I've been doing a lot of lives, and I've had so much fun doing it. And I think, I'd really like to be able to see some. Now I've been sort of like hooking them up in my hair to get them to stay on my face. Lou really loved the thumbnail, by the way. I know. I had to retake it over and over again because like it wasn't right. And then when I got to that one, I was like, it's exactly how I feel. And we are celebrating. Wait, there is no spoon. Are you saying that I have no spoons? Because honestly, I'm at that point of no spoons, but I don't mind hanging out with you guys with no spoons because I have, firstly, you guys don't expect much. Understand that I'm autistic. Don't mind if I need a few minutes to recalibrate my speaking. And if there's anyone here that ends up being shitty, it's what mods are for. The one feature that I like so far, I found one feature of YouTube that I actually really appreciate is the fact that you can have mods. I wish there was more of a way, I need to look into more understanding about the mods. I didn't mind getting mods ahead of time. Yes, happy end of the fall 2020 semester. Yes, that's what I was celebrating. So just to catch you up, Snowy, I had my last final, aka my only final, because I had to drop 2 classes because of mental problems. Because it was fun, but I really worked myself because I was like, pick a class that you actually can do and you have the prospect of doing well in. And it ended up being a class that I thought wouldn't be the one because it was the most challenging, but I think that's why it was, because I liked it the most. It wasn't too much of heavy reading and stuff. And even the professor was like, I didn't give you a ton of reading because I wanted you to actually read it. So I think whenever I get bored, those are the classes that don't do well. But yes, cheers to the end of my fall 2020 semester. I'm used to semesters. Apparently, it's quarter system now. I don't understand it, but I don't have to go back to do anything until January something. So I don't mind. Apparently, you get more breaks in the quarter system, I think. It's great. So I think I'm gonna keep this live. I'm not sure what exactly we're gonna be doing. I probably need to make dinner because I've barely been able to eat anything because I'm poor and running out of food. Speaking of my being poor, since I have some views, I will keep up doing YouTube, but I was wondering, like, would Patreon be a good idea? Because I have such a small following, I don't think it would matter, but I would put extra stuff on Patreon. Or like Twitch. I thought Twitch would be cool, is because yeah, it's gonna end up being that simply because the only thing I have left is eggs. So it's gonna be partially cooked with me. AKA watch me make scrambled eggs because I'm not gonna be that creative with my eggs. I could always make deviled eggs. That's a hit or miss. I don't know if I'm too tired to make that. But yeah, I was saying like I kind of thought of Twitch because if a lot of people have Amazon Prime, and I think if they have Prime, you can have like a free membership, I think, to someone so that you guys wouldn't have to pay. But then Twitch still does, since they advertise, they do pay the creators, I think. But I don't know if they have that. Like, it would be nice if they have that instead of the stupid rule of that YouTube has that you have to reach a certain amount of following. But if it is the case where you guys have to pay a ton of money, I don't want to do it because that's not why I'm doing YouTube. Again, it's not my main source of income. I don't want it to be. This is just sort of a fun side thing, and I'm not going to make you guys pay for my type of content. And also because I'm poor, which is why I would want to try this. But yeah, let's see what's there. Oh, you can do scrambled eggs garnished with hard-boiled eggs and an egg over easy to top it off. Yeah, like I can actually do that. Oh, Snowy. Yeah, Prime subscribers get 1 free subscription per month. That's cool. Okay, so if do you guys already use Twitch? Like, I'm thinking like if I get like the Snowy, you never answered if I was using the proper term when I said OG. This OG subscriber, I think that means original, but the regulars that come to all my lives, it's pretty much just like Twitch, although Twitch became toxic community, but can it get much worse than YouTube? I don't even know. So, Snowy, I think you have to be partnered to get subscribers. Yeah. Wait, to get subscribers? OG means original gangers. So, yes. Oh, okay. I kind of get it then. Original gangster. That's what I thought. Yeah, I was wondering gangers. What's a ganger? Like gangster. Well, that's what I figured it meant, but I didn't understand how that related to like the original people. But I guess that's just what it does. I don't know the history of it or whatever, but okay. Careful with that because I might have gone around being like, yeah, it means original gangers. I'd be that person. But yeah, for the part of where you said, I think you have to be partnered to get subscribers. Do you mean subscriptions? Like get paid for the subscriptions? I don't mind that, but I think it's shitty because I've wondered on my YouTube. Yeah, the original people with gangrene. Oh, I'm gonna go with that. I'm stealing that, Snowy. I'm gonna use that. I'm just gonna be telling people, yeah, my mom asked. It means the original gangrene. That's how you know your real friends are the ones that get gangrene for you. Followers are free. On Twitch, you mean? In order to get subscribers, you need to be partnered. And to be partnered, you probably need to have a certain number of subscribers. But can't you get donations on Twitch either way? Not that I expect anything. I'm just wondering, like, if anybody pops in and wants to donate to ask for something, like, do you have to be partnered to get that? So it's shitty. I think YouTube now, like, I want to know if my videos have ads on them, if they're putting ads on them, because I obviously can't monetize them. If there are ads on them, it's really shitty that they're doing that because, excuse me? I'm not allowed to get paid for it, but you get to use my content anyways. Not that I think matter, but you can get donations. Yes, I'm pretty sure. I don't think you have to be partner. Maybe I could do that. That might work because then it could be like at anyone. I think that would be nicer too because that could be like instead of hey, a members only thing until I get enough people where it makes a difference. It's like only if you want to and if you can. Because this does take time, it does take effort. And I'm realizing that now, like doing this. But I'm not at the point of expecting it from anyone. And I completely understand what it feels like to be really poor and want more stuff and want to have access to things from like creators you like, but you can't afford it. And I feel like Twitch might be interesting in the sense of like, then it could be all right. It's just the same thing, and you guys could just be like, "Hey, here's $5 because you did a good job." If you can afford it, it's just a choice. Then, Lou, YouTube can put ads on whatever videos they like. The creator just isn't entitled to any of the money from the ads. Lovely. I figured that, but that's so shitty. I have to build enough of a following to be able to get paid for the ads that are going to be there anyways. Well, if I get followers in the end and then I know the old videos could be watched and get a bunch of revenue from it, but I could always I doubt my things would get monetized. Might as well continuously screw them over. Why should they get stuff in it? So, hey, YouTube, guess what? Fuck is a word that's actually, I believe, in the dictionary. Just let me know. Do you ever get ads on my videos? Because I'm curious if they are doing that. I want to know just what level of being pissed off I should be at YouTube. And as for Twitch, is the environment do any of you use Twitch? Like, I've never seen ads on your vids. All right, good, because like I doubt my stuff is probably like they hear I swear in my videos, so it's not as big of a deal, and it's nice because I can also play songs or stuff like that. Not that I know how, but I mean like I've had songs playing on records in the background, or if I wanted to cover a song on my guitar, I don't have to worry about shit like that. Blue, like how they screwed Pick for his controversial content. Yeah, I still haven't gotten to check on that because I just died last night after my final. But yeah, controversial content. You mean talking about important things that need to be talked about. Snubby, the community depends on the streamer and they will and what they will allow. Well, yeah, but I mean like the overall community of Twitch, because I know that like right when the whole thing with Shane Dawson went up and blew up, like the horrific type of toxicity on YouTube, like where things were just it wasn't just YouTube drama, like the beauty community type of shit. No, it was like big deal type of stuff. Also, things happen on Twitch, and then I remember I think when a streamer like committed suicide, and it was one that there is I think Healthy Gamer is a Twitch streamer and YouTuber. I believe they stream on Twitch, but they do upload videos, and I think that they even talked to them. And I forget who it was. I hate that I can't remember the name, but I'm horrible with names. If any of you know the name, please let me know in the chat, and I'll say it because they deserve that recognition. And I don't know how toxic that is because I don't want the community that I have here to go to somewhere where it ends up being like really shitty. But if I do end up doing Twitch, I will have you two as mods if you guys don't mind. Because so far so good, and I haven't found out anything about you guys where it ends up being really bad. So I don't know. I'm really paranoid after I heard about the Eugenia Cooney thing with her mods. And it's like, also, I've had my own experiences with online people where you never really know. And it's so shitty. So I have a lot of trust issues, as you can tell. Snowy, you can put a rules section on your Twitch channel. Oh, that's cool. Seems like you have more autonomy there, which is that sounds very nice. What would you guys think of doing that? Also, Lou, did you get the chance to leave a little thing for Scone and Lauren about the live right now? I asked Lou since we were on the last stream together for a long time. Since I get exhausted, I'm horrible with like phone things. Lou was being so nice and was willing to just like let the peoples know once I joined. And I was just gonna let him. I think both of you are hims. I'm just gonna call you hers as long as you don't mind. I don't want to mixing up pronouns when somebody is not okay with it is not okay. But Snowy, you've said that you don't care. It's funny, and I think Lou said the same thing. But so I grew up around females, so I always think she. And also, I just watch a lot of Drag Race, so that's why a part of why I say she. I think that's mostly why now I say she. My God, it'll be about like, oh, she's tasty, mango. She's my favorite flavor. Anything. I found out that the Streamy Awards were announced, and I realized that the whole Eugenia Cooney, what she was nominated for, was a Shorty Award. Lovely. Thankfully, Katie Morton did not win the Streamy Award. I'm happy about that. Overall, I think I'll ask Roommate about Twitch because Roommate knows more about Twitch than I do. And then I can find out like if it's something I want to move to because I value this community and how great this community has been in terms of like communication and everything. It's been so much fun. Ah, I got a notification. Thank you, Lou. So I just want to keep it going that way. But maybe I'll do Twitch anyways because I got good mods that are just on it when I need to kick people out. That was me burping. No sound whatsoever. Oh, I saw 4. Who's the other person here? See 3. One of them tends to be me, but it goes from 4. And apparently, I think it's like if you exit the page and it goes away. All the ghosties and Raphael's better watch out. Exactly. Funny how it's Raphael's the name. The irony. The better watch out. You could bring down that Lou and I were joking about that the hammer sound because they were like, I was telling Lou that I make him her whatever another mod them another mod, and they're like, I would be honored for the hammer of justice, and I called them out. I was like, it's a wrench. And I thought it would be like, what's that thing called that the thing that they use in courts, the thing like that where where they're like order that thing. We can all tell my brain is working at about like 3% right now in RAM speed. Oh yes, a gavel. Gabble. Should we? I'm getting mixed information. Should we just go with gravel at this point? But I think they call it 2 things. It's like a gavel and something else. I forget. I literally set myself up with tea, and I don't know if you guys know, but strepsils. I think, do they have them here in America? I got these from Saudi. Anytime anyone goes to Saudi in my family, I'm always like, please bring me back strepsils, or like, just some things from over there that they don't have here. And these are so much better than like regular Halls. Yeah, I've never seen it called a gabble. I think you're the one that needs that's wrong here, Lou. Keeps going to 4 people. Whoever it is, hi, hello. I keep forgetting to do my intro with the lives. Hi, hello, me again. Maybe part of my intro will become, do you have your snacks and low expectations? Oh, what it'll be when I get merch. The thing is, I actually used to have an Etsy store where I'd make stuff. I've thought of doing that. Let's see. Lou, I mean, I'm not dying on the gabble cross. I can concede. Nope, not getting it. I tried. I tried my best there. I would have more of the apple juice so there's at least an excuse for me singing strain. What did you put on your? I make jewelry. I know how to make jewelry, and I had my paintings up for a while. I actually, I'm pretty decent at painting. I've taken like 2 proper painting classes to learn the oil painting, and I used to paint when I was younger. And I also took a drawing class because I was so shit at drawing, and so I always believed that I couldn't paint. But then I realized, oh, I can paint for some reason, but I'm really not that great at drawing, though. And I did a lot of acrylic paintings. Let me see if I can pull up a photo of one. So you can get like an example. Some of them are abstract, a lot of them are mostly celestial ones. Do I have any saved? I don't think I have any that are, I can show, like, that I have. Oh, well, I have this. It's not a good picture one. I don't think I've got any here at the house with like my type of art. I could probably bring out some of my more abstract art, but they're not like showcasing the best of my abilities in terms of art. Is there anything? Well, here's a drawing that I did. I'm gonna turn down the brightness. Does that show? This is one of my drawings that I did in a drawing class. It was supposed to be way more realistic, but I just didn't want to do. It was holding an apple, but I just decided I didn't have the still life at home, so I wanted to do that. This is like the beginning part of it, what it was originally like. Yeah, that was what it was originally supposed to be, holding a box, sorry. And then it became this was the actual still life. Still reflecting the chat, but oh well. And this is what the final product was. And after COVID, I still don't have my whole thing of like my what the hell my portfolio, because it was there, and then also some of my still life pieces. Let's see. How do you do your rough sketches for your painting if you can't draw? Well, I do the sketches, but mostly that was with like still lifes. And then this was another one. This was under when we were learning line drawings. It's one of my favorites. I can get it to focus. What makes it go better? There. That was one more of the ones that I liked. But that was the drawing class. So that was when I was learning to draw. Painting, however, my better paintings I do just without needing to do the whole other parts of it. That makes sense. I'm just like still trying to look. Like I can do rough sketches for things. I guess this is the only painting I can find. No, I don't want to show this one. This is a bad example. Let's see. Okay. Snowy Bob Ross never did that. Yeah, that kind of like that, but I'm not Bob Ross by any means. Snowy, that isn't bad. You said you couldn't draw. Lou, pretty cool line drawing for an amateur. Yeah, thank you. That was actually the first class where I thought I couldn't draw whatsoever. Like I couldn't draw at all. Like I was horrible at it. And then I went in and started doing it. And I think it built up more of the confidence after I did painting. Painting really taught me how to draw in a way. I did it backwards. I really love painting. I want to show some paintings. Let me go double check and see if I have any. Keep an eye out for any ghosts in the background. I'm curious if anything will show up. Don't lie to me. Okay, so I do not have any of my good art, but I want to show you what started beforehand when I was like 13, when I started painting and tried and did art for a little bit. But then what was more discouraged, because my art was very more abstract, and you'll understand in a second, but my mother loved this one and kept it, paid for it. It was part of I was in Girl Scouts and we were trying to earn money to go on a trip to the UAE. We were going on a trip, so we were saving money for it. and I sold through this painting way too much money. But this was one of my beginning ones. This is when I was 13. The Chaos. This was painted before, I think, I forget which thing I was raising money for. Because I went when I was like 15, but I think I made this when I was like 13. But yeah, this is, I forget if it's pre-medication, but it was definitely before I had solid knowing of my medication. But even still, like I did this without knowing my brain was like that. And it's sort of like the haphazardness that I thought was funny. And I've kept it because I am a person who believes like if you are a person who works well with meds, then you can still keep that part of you, like the artistic part. And that's also why I do not like taking too many meds because, or like the heavier stuff. I don't mind. I'll deal with a little bit of the craziness. I'll deal with this shit because I don't want to be a zombie. I'm going to set this down and then read what you guys wrote. Ghost or Ghosties. No kidding. They gave me a C because they thought I wasn't trying. I got to go to the bathroom. I just call them creeps. I don't even bother learning their names. Yeah, I don't remember their names either. They're just the creepy peoples. The creeps that come out at night. Snowy. The room is all yours, Lou. Yeah, I'm glad I got the 2U actually. Yeah, totally kicked out of the class. No, I like looking at the painting. It's nice. It's nice on the eyes for me at least. Aw, I would show you some other ones, but they're like stuck to the wall with like command strips, and I don't want to like. This is my house, so I'm not gonna give like a whole tour of the house. But thank you. That was one of my earlier works before I started to develop work. I told you I started to believe when people would be like, "Oh no, you shouldn't do this or that." This was me just like, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want. I was probably really manic though, but hey, at least I was very much me. And I don't think meds really changed that at all. I just think they helped me keep myself from going from that to crashing down and wanting to die. And so it kept me, it's a balancing act. And I think one of the biggest problems that people have with meds, I love how I just always cycle back to psychology. But biggest problem is I feel like people just start people off on such a high dose and it's like, yeah, no shit. Like with ADHD meds, some people they just don't like it. And that's fine. But with other people, it's like they could have liked it. Or a harder thing is with antidepressants, it can take 4 to 6 weeks to work. And you can get very discouraged, especially if it doesn't work. And then you're like, oh my God, I have to go through this for another like month or month and a half to figure out if this one will work when there's no guarantee. Let me check. Now for random house torture story. Thank you for clarifying. I told my mother that you guys are understanding the whole like just having to tell me when you were joking and just getting used to telling me like, yeah, after the joke, just joking. She laughed so hard, but she liked it so far because I'm also, you guys are helping me figure out balancing with like this is still my mini rehab, and part of it is like did really good on getting things done and my coursework and stuff because I'm alone, but I have a roommate and there's nothing wrong with us. Like we don't have any problems. We're not fighting or anything, but it's like hard for me to be around people. So this is helping me integrate, and it's getting me a bit more used to it. Going out and doing errands and stuff like that, and getting those responses. It's making me remember some more of the social skills that I tend to like, just because it's like, you get out of shape. That's basically what it is. I'll just get out of shape because I was essentially I'm forced into faking it because I don't mind. I'm not ashamed if I end up going into an autistic lockdown, uh, meltdown, or not lockdown, shutdown. Um, I was reading the names of some of the House episodes that I was going to watch earlier. Autistic Shutdown, where one of the things that can happen is you essentially become what's called catatonic, aka you see it in schizophrenia, but like it's something very similar to catatonia where you just freeze. Like it could happen. Like if it happened now, I'd just be like unable to move, and I could be screaming in my head. Like it's I cannot move. It will wear off usually if I just can have the environment calm down. And it's literally with the neurodevelopmental. It's just like I processing is not working and I've overstressed myself. And as I get older, I want to show the process of the whole thing. So maybe some autistic person who's looking online trying to find stuff, or someone with ADHD is trying to find out, like, look stuff up online, and it's like, damn it, this is all about how to deal with kids that are autistic or kids with ADHD and stuff like that. And there's like 2 or 3 books out there for adults with it. And somebody will come across and be like, "Oh, okay, so yeah, that's a thing." Going to transition to adulthood is way more difficult, and the other people who say it's not are the stupid peoples, not me. Hello, you're back, Snowy. I was just rambling on. I don't know if you missed it, but I showed one of my old paintings. Did you catch it? Did you catch this? I was explaining how this was like me around. Just tell me if you caught this. Yeah, you missed it. Okay, so this was around the time of like either pre medication or pre my meds being balanced. And so that's like a representation of the craziness. And then I just went on talking about like medication and the controversy about taking it and not taking it, just to catch you up on it. I don't think it was rambling. It was pretty scary to hear about being in that catatonic state. Oh, well, I guess that's funny. It's like you get so used to it, because I got so used to people just not believing me when I suddenly, because it would be 1 second I'd be like this, I'd look fine, but it's because I'm stressing myself so much, because where I grew up, it wasn't a thing. It just, the whole high functioning wasn't a thing. I was the first one to really just like, I hit senior year and I hit like senior year of high school, and I burned out, and I had to explain it to all of them, and it was a cultural thing and adjusting. And I was like, look, that was when a teacher, I explained it in one of my videos. I told the story of when I was under the desk, and it is pretty terrifying, especially when it's first happening. And before, when I was like 13, I'd go and be like doing this, like just this, and I'd just be like, I called it convulsing because I didn't know what else to call it, but really it was just like didn't know there's just too much sensory input, and I'm just like, oh my god, like, when if sometimes, I guess the only thing I can relate it to people who don't have it is if you're so pissed you just want to do this and you punch a wall or something. Well, it's like not coming from being pissed, it's just coming from being so frustrated, and you can't communicate because suddenly you're frustrated that nobody's understanding you, and then you want to try to explain it, but then you literally can't talk, and then the whole thing is just back and forth in your brain. And then that'll be times when I start to like stutter. I'll be like, okay, words. That's when it's a lesser version, but other times it'll be just like, okay, my body's going to represent what my brain is just trying to take. It just, I cannot do both at the same time. My brain is like, the body, just stop it for a second. We need to recalibrate, basically. So it's scary when you don't know what's going on. And it's scary when you're constantly, I don't know, I guess it doesn't scare me, but it's probably pretty terrifying to people who are autistic and also experience more of the empathetic side. That's why I don't mind being sociopath, because to be honest, like if I had more of that, caring about it would probably be tell, but I sort of balance out the hellish part for me also comes from like the other part of dealing with moods. And I had to figure out the difference between the moods and my emotions and realizing, oh, actually, my emotions are like dialed down to almost zero. But that's a misconception is that it's not always not there. And I had talked about this with my psychiatrist, just gonna call it that, my nurse practitioner. Um, and I've said this before about having antisocial personality disorder. I don't think I meet all the criteria, maybe subclinical, but told you guys the psychopathy is different. I plan on making a video about that. But once I'm getting better in here, I really want to also get myself to a place where I can do the Banaz video because that's also going to be a big step for me in my mini rehab. And it's like funny because I'm alone. I'm doing this all for myself. And it's interesting because I do not like therapy. It does not help me personally. I hate it. And because there therapy right now, they're still trying to find something for autistic people. And going in, I could do something to help, say, a part of like cognitive behavioral therapy could help one part of me, but because the autistic part of me, it's like bipolar part aspect will affect this one part. Autism is like, for me, it's all of me. It affects every single piece of everything. So if my bipolar is being affected by something, my autism is directly involved in that. And it's like it's not just as it cannot be separated. And I hate when people, in my personal opinion, they're like, "You're not defined by your disorder." It's like, no, I know that I'm defined by who I am. I just happen to have this disorder, and it has a name and a definition because then you know what it is and how to deal with it, and you don't know what else to tell people because then at least you have something to say. Kind of like that way, if some like what would it be if you had epilepsy and you're like, you're not defined by your epilepsy. Yeah, I know it, but I have to tell someone something when they see me seizing, like otherwise they think I'm dying. So I'm always trying to explain that and be like, I firstly am autistic. Secondly, going to repeat that because I'm autistic, and third, repeat it also because it's more of a warning. So if I go into, say, that catatonic state, it's not going to be, let's call 911. It's going to be, let's tone everything down and see if that works. And then evaluate the situation. Okay. Lou. It doesn't define you, but it sure as hell affects a lot of your life and mannerisms and nearly everything. Yes, but I think that's exactly what it is to me for pretty much everything I have except my autism. I don't know why. Maybe personally, I agree. It does exactly that. This is the thing. It does it's exactly what you said, but in addition to that, it's like literally part of my DNA. It's not about the same way of the chemical imbalances. It's structurally different in your brain. Neurodevelopmental disorder. It's neuro. It's not the chemical imbalances. It's the structure of the brain is different. So it's so much more a part of me, if that makes sense. And that's not to say that the other, like belittling any of the other ones. It's more of just saying like how much. I guess that as I say this, it's actually helping me understand why I separate my autism or my being autistic. That's the thing I do. Like some people don't mind it, but I just call myself autistic. Um, I'm not going to be horribly offended if somebody says you're autism, but to me, it's like, okay, if you're ignorant and you didn't know, that's one thing. But if you know and you're just like, no, you're not autistic, you just have autism, that's when I'd be pissed. But as I say this, it's helping me realize, I guess subconsciously, the reason I never wanted to put it in my head the same box as the other ones, because that's how I deal with things. The way I deal with things in my mini rehab is that I need to know what the disorder is I'm dealing with, the label. And then I know what I'm dealing with and what I need to work with. And the reason why I like to do it alone too is because I'm not always, for a while, I was being told I couldn't trust myself because you get to feel like you're crazy. Like, oh, what if you're manic or something like that? No, you have to be, you have to learn how to be able to recognize it yourself. there are the extreme cases when you need help. But when we're talking about the long term, not the acute, the long term, I you cannot always rely on having just someone there. Like if you are, I am lucky enough to be in a place where I can at least learn to be independent to I want to learn to be independent to the maximum extent that I can. And I can't learn what that maximum extent is without trying it. And thankfully, I've managed to find the fiance that literally everyone gets tired of my questions and my repeating and everything. And I asked him, like, you don't mind? He's like, no, it'd be boring if you didn't. I'm like, well, the day I run out of questions is the day there's really something wrong with me. That's when we know I've gone insane, is when I'm not asking questions or asking why. Kind of like those little seagulls in Finding Nemo, the mine. It's why? So feel free. I'm going to enjoy a few more sips of this. And I'll want to take, like, since I've done this more of a, just it's an autistic chat. I guess I labeled it right. But damn, I sat here for like 10 minutes trying to get my brain to be like, all right, what are we doing? What are we doing? So yeah, let's have some questions in the chat. Anything you want to know. It can be anything. It doesn't have to be related to autism and all that, but just, or you can just say something. But it's your turn. I need a break. About YouTube. Okay, no, this is your time to recalibrate. Okay, I'm gonna wait for like a few more like put up more than one question, then I can go through them, because I'm just gonna take a few seconds to just be like recalibrate myself. That's why I said this one was gonna be shorter, but I'm really interested to see what questions you have. So let's see if I can get like 3 to 4 questions from both of you. Give me a list of them, then I'll go through them each. I said questions, not roasting me. It's funny, but still. Okay. Blue, you. I think Snowy's asked 2 or whatever. Just keep asking them. All right. I think we're good with the questions, because these will be like, I have my answers. Now, like, my answers will be a little bit extensive, especially the anti-vaxxers one. Okay, let's see. How does public speaking make you feel? Well, that's actually a funny thing. With public speaking, I don't. What will make me anxious is the lights, the loud noises. Nope, never gonna get a proper burp, but it's those things. But actually going on stage, I don't know what it would feel like from a person who's autistic who doesn't also have like the sociopathic traits, because I don't give a shit about what people think of me. So when I've done things like in school or stuff like that, it never bothers me because I'm not worried about what the people think. It takes a lot for me to feel anything related to like embarrassment. I don't even know if I can or something like that. I don't get nervous about that. It'll more be like, ugh, there's gonna be lights, or it's gonna be stressful. I'm gonna have to keep my, yeah, am I gonna go nonverbal in the middle? It's never about that. about the other things. But if I prepare myself and have myself ready for it, and it's not like preparing, like writing everything down, like if I get my thoughts organized, because I'm good at improvising. I just need like to know what I have improvising on. Like if somebody gave me a list of bullet points and said, go give a speech on those things, and they're topics that I'm knowledgeable on, and I have to had time to calibrate. Okay, that's a word, obvious. Yes, it has to be if there's calibrate myself, set myself up, then I could probably do it, hypothetically. So there's that. Also, oh, I just am going to read that. That was an answer to the question of how does public, from Snowy, how does public speaking make you feel? Now we have Lou. You must really be trained. I mean, it did take you 10 minutes to come up with a title, according to you. I really was drained. That was when I was, but it also was a bit of getting me into the groove of things, which is why I'm doing this as sort of a mini, like getting myself used to the social things, because it's now chat. It's not in-person chat, but there's still a chat, like conversation going on. And also Snowy, fuck you. I don't always need apple juice. But I don't blame you for thinking that, because I just realized, yeah, the apple juice was there. Well, apple juice does lower your inhibitions, but actually it was the fact that I took more of my ADHD meds, which probably wasn't a good idea at this hour, but I wanted to not have my brain. I wanted to do some more shit before I sleep. So that was actually the reason. Or maybe apple juice does help, but apple juice is good, you know? Also, do you only vape or do you also smoke? I actually vape to avoid smoking, because when I was 14, I was dumb and got addicted to nicotine. And so I've been weaning myself off. The only times I really smoke is like if I've run out of vape or if I'm really desperate, but I really try to avoid it because I already have my voice problems. There's multiple reasons for that, and I can explain all those reasons later. But when it comes to like actual cigarettes, I really don't like them. Like usually if I have my vape around and I don't have to worry about it going away, the most I've done is like if somebody's smoking, I'll be like, let me have a puff, and I'm like, now I remember why I hate it, because I hate it. It was just the nicotine. I hate the taste, the way it smells. I hate the way it makes your clothes smell afterwards, and your hair, and it makes your hands smell, and you can't get it off. Even if you wash your hands, it's there. Just, ugh. Okay. And, Stubby, that question, I'm not reading out loud, but I can't remember specific experience. And also, I don't know if family watches this channel, so yeah. Well, actually, no, wait, I'm 21. Yeah, I'm 21, so it's fine. But, in terms of apple juice experiences, I think, I don't know about. That's a longer story. Those are like, I actually can't. I would really have to be specific of like the context and all that. So that would be a longer one and a more funny story type of thing. And I'd need to be in a better state to remember more things, because my working memory is going all right, but the remembering the past things is not going to work as well right now. Lou, what do you think of anti-vaxxers, and why are they so idiotic? I'm going to pause because I see other ones. So, Snow, does apple juice really energize people? It always makes me feel bloated and knocks me out. It makes me feel bloated too. And it's a depressant, so it depresses your CNS or your central nervous system, so automatically it's going to make you tired. But it might make you feel energized if it's just because of the lack of inhibition, so you just get excited if you're in an energized environment. But physiologically, it's not going to give you any energy, which is probably why people will mix it sometimes with like Red Bull, and that's why it will hit harder, or it'll be like that because you're awake and also metabolizing it faster, from my knowledge. We'll see. If I learn more things, you guys are learning with me along the way. Honorary medical degrees, not licenses later. If we get to that, I feel like by the time I get there, YouTube won't exist. Snowy, cigarettes were only something I could do when I was drunk, but yeah, the smell doesn't seem to go away. Thank you for clarifying something after that. Um, that one again, I just am gonna need to think of it. I'll think of it, see if I can remember something for the next live because I remember experiences, but most of mine are funny. And if I were to say worst experiences with those, I have a thing about control. I am a control freak with myself. And as such, I do a lot of introspection and I do not like I have funny stories, but I don't know if they're apple juice. Again, I'm going to need to think about this, specifically apple juice. Snowy, well, hey, that's a video idea. Yeah, I just said I need to make sure that I can. Craziest experience. That's going to be hard because I have a lot of crazy experiences. I have so many experiences I could make a book. I just am not sure. Might do it on Twitch. YouTube is too easy to find for my family. Yeah, maybe that might be in a different. That might be like that might be a Patreon thing. Maybe I'll make a Patreon and we can have those. That's where you'll get to hear all that type of stuff. That's or an OnlyFans to do. OnlyFans seems to be easier to use. I'll pick one of those, and that's where I can make those types of videos. No, I know what you meant. I know what you meant. It's still, I'm gonna need to. I'm not saying people need to pay for it. I just mean I need a more private area. But also, yeah, that's actually a good reason to get people. If I want people to pay, I'm not gonna pretend I don't like money. I'd like to, but money to me isn't everything. I just would like to live comfortably. Really, genuinely, that's just what I want. Because if somebody offered me a bunch of money, all I would know what to do with it is save it for medical school bills. So Snowy, isn't OnlyFans for lewd stuff? Well, actually, Snowy asked that. Yeah, it isn't limited to that. There's actually a YouTuber called Alonzo Larone. I love his stuff. And he has an OnlyFans, and his stuff is like just reading funny comments and he has hilarious stuff. And I'm thinking of a video idea. I will give credit where credit is due. And other people have done this where it's reading funny makeup reviews. I think that would be a very good video, and that would be better as a video because then I can, if it's live, they'll be live. Like I'm not gonna fake my. I don't know. Would that be good? I wouldn't ever fake my reactions. Also, because that's stupid. Why would I laugh at something that's not funny? But also, how do I find them without like? It might be good during a live if I'm looking for things. I don't know because I don't edit my videos, so that might be better something for okay, you guys tell me if I wanted to do finding funny like funny types of funny makeup product reviews. They're really hilarious. Would it be better to ask to do it in video or to do it in a live? And yeah, I'm thinking if I did an OnlyFans or a Patreon, probably OnlyFans, maybe. That's becoming more popular. More people are on there. And it wouldn't be for lewd content because why would I advertise it on my YouTube channel for that? Also, no. Would you guys actually want that? You guys are the ones that would be wanting to see those videos. And it's like, I can't make them for YouTube. But I also don't want to make it. I don't want to make it strictly in a place where it's you guys who are the ones that keep have encouraged me to continuously do YouTube. See, now I know I'm gonna have to go soon because I'm having trouble articulating. But what do you guys think of me making that? I obviously I'm pretty reasonable price because I'm poor as shit. So, um, what do you guys think? A lot of people do that, but later when they in their YouTube career. But honestly, if I could get like OnlyFans, I don't know how much people pay, isn't it? Like I have to look into what the usual prices are. Yeah, it depends on what I'll put there. I'll take requests to see what you guys would want, and the crazier the questions, the crazier the things. Also, I just realized. Okay, answer my question about the Patreon or OnlyFans if you guys would be up for that because there's no point in me making it and making videos like that. I am horrible. Hello to new person though, Braden. This is a long name. I am horrible at Fortnite, and so yeah, no. Um, you just popped up. I don't know. Are you a subscriber? If not, you're welcome to join subscribers. I do a lot of psych stuff though. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, I never answered the one about the anti-vaxxer things. Yeah, we're going into psych. We were talking about for anyone that's new. We're talking about autism and stuff, but about the anti-vaxxers. Let me see the exact question. Okay, what do you think of anti-vaxxers and why are they so idiotic? All right, so that was from Lou. That sucks. I'm good with Fortnite. I'm sorry for you for being bad at Fortnite. It's I have really bad like dexterity in my hands, so it's really hard for me to use the controller, and it's just not really a thing I'm interested in. Hey Lou, you still here? Because you were the one that asked that question. I want to make sure you're here so I answer it. Also, I don't think tonight is going to be a cooking thing because I will be going soon. I just want to answer this one. Okay, so about the anti-vaxxers, do you mean in general or just in relation to autism? I'm gonna go with some tea too because of my throat. Honey really does help. I think I've been talking a lot today. This is helping at least, but yeah, this is gonna be the last question, unfortunately. I'd love to stay longer though. I already talked about vax autism thing. In general, okay. I think anti-vaxxers, if they're like in general, okay, Brayden, you're not vaccinated. Okay. I'm talking about the people who are against vaccinating their children. Anyways, so Luke, could you check on that? What was I saying? Yes, about anti-vaxxers in general. Okay, so in general, I think that I'm not vaccinated. However, I do have many apps. Lou or Snowy? Heating up the salad. Okay. There are so many illnesses. I'm pretty sure that that's why you have so many illnesses. So you should probably look into that. And I don't know how you. I'm glad that you were able to recognize that you aren't vaccinated from the fact that you have so many illnesses. Great ability of deduction. At least I hope you were. Let's see. This is our preventable, but I just have no vaccine. I don't think I could say anything to make that any better. So I can see. Thank you for proving the point that not being vaccinated doesn't thank you for proving the point that being vaccinated doesn't cause people to have issues like that, and that not being vaccinated does cause issues, because I can tell that there's a bit of a mental. I'm gonna leave it there, but the articulation there, that just says it all. Thank you for being entertaining, Brayden. But how about you go get vaccinated before you die from all those preventable illnesses? All right. Too bad for you. And it's funny how you can be okay and not healthy. Good job. Don't know what you want me to say. Good job loving that for you, not loving it for you. Go ahead. Snowy, ejecting time. Ah, yes. He has no polio and he can't walk. True. I'm surprised the meningitis hasn't reached the brain, though. If you got that many illnesses because you're not vaccinated. Well, all right. Thank you. Okay, guys. Yeah. Give me a sooner notice about that, please, because it's a bit hard for me to tell. And I didn't have time to come up with as good of my jokes. But hey, that was my first try. But damn. Honestly, wouldn't be surprised if a person wasn't vaccinated. If they meant it. How'd I do, folks? Also, can we just appreciate the fact I think I just answered your question, Lou. And thank you, Snowy, for being quick on when I asked for the ejection. But yeah, we'll work on the sooner about the heat nip cell. But no question still unanswered. Just bullied a sick, unvaccinated person. Did I bully them or did? I'm sorry. They bullied a very unaware autistic person. I literally, which is not wrong because they were fucking with me and I needed somebody to help me figure that out. So, question answer. I thought you said question unanswered, but yeah, there you go. That was so perfect. I was gonna go on a long rant and explanation, but damn. They were asking for it, but honestly, that was just so perfect. Like, they set themselves up with that. They set. I believe this is the time appropriate to say that they played themselves. Like I think this time it wasn't even my fault that I couldn't come up with jokes. I just literally they did it to themselves. You guys, I'm gonna leave you both on as mods. I think it's going pretty well. Lou, I guess he brought too high of expectation. I know, it's just too much of an expectation too. It's just so too high of an expectation. I can't think at my brain. I'm really good at one-liners. I swear. It's just, again, isn't it weird though? Promptly, like it's the exact same time. The exact same time. As soon as it's like the sun goes down and the creeps come out. That's so weird. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be going. It's not because of I don't know. Honestly, that guy sounded like he was on his deathbed, but apparently he was okay. I don't know if he was saying he was okay with it. But yeah. How can they see the sun from the basement? That sounds like it was a really good joke. And I wish I understood it. Please explain. Yeah, I'm gonna be going soon. My brain is starting to turn off, but and also I want to go because leaving it on that note was just hilarious. Somebody asked me, "What do you think of anti-vaxxers?" Anti-vaccinated child, non-vaccinated child shows up from the gutters. Still not getting it. I'm not sure who we're making fun of with the saying the gutters. Is it saying like the people coming the stupid people, or is it like the people, or is it like a derogatory? I don't know if that's. He's crying in his iron lung because he was banned. Glad you two are enjoying yourselves because I'm so lost, but I have a feeling that me being lost is entertainment to you too, and it's not a big deal to me. So the more you fuck with me, the more I have room to fuck with you. Iron lung, jeez. Damn, I wish I understood these jokes. You guys are just giving me more reign to be able to fuck with you. Okay, so let's have one last question because I actually want one question that I can fully answer, and then I'll go. The iron lung was a tube that polio patients went in so that they could breathe. Oh, just got it. Wait a minute. They went into a tube, or a tube was put down. I don't. I'm getting that now. It's a treatment for polio, but ouch. You two are like seriously though, Snowy. I've noticed you're great with you're doing good. I need to get here. It was a big tube that only left their heads poking out. Oh, they would just stick them in a tube, like a literal tube. I thought we were talking about like intubation to help them breathe. How the fuck was that supposed to help them breathe? Honestly, what's fascinating to me is the hair turning yellow and brownish? Yes. Okay, ask me that at the next live when I can actually show it to you in brighter light because my hair still looks like it's black even though it's blue at the end and teal. Not the whole thing. We're still at the teal though. Well, it's kind of turning yellowish there if you can see. Whitish yellow at the very ends. Alright, so the plan right now though is going to be the latest video. I leave a pinned comment, and it seems to be that like 3 p.m. is usually a good time for most people, if not 3 p.m. Oh, are you going to do a live Watch Me Fail when you rediet? Probably. I realized that like I wanted to do Watch Me Fails, but like those will probably be better lives because they were funny with the editing, but I don't like the editing, and I don't want to. It's not something I would be really into right now in content making. But as a live, that would be funny. I wouldn't mind doing a live Watch Me Fail. Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing the jewelry haul once I get out of my mini rehab thing because all my jewelry's back at the house, and then I can show all my jewelry. So I think thanks for reminding me about that. I'm gonna write that down so because that gives me a good thing for knowing what to do. Or wait, I already wrote this down, didn't I? I think so. Oh crap, my selenite. Yeah, I wrote down jewelry haul. And I was gonna do a witchy stuffs haul too, and the crime one. And I wanted to do something for Christmas. Maybe part of my Christmas thing will be like I don't know. You guys need to help me with an idea for a Christmas thing. For my next video, I think I'm gonna keep. It's probably gonna be lives for a bit because of where I am. Like it's harder. I don't have all my shit with me to make videos, and like just to do anything. Like what am I supposed to do? A textbook haul. I don't even have all my textbooks. meds hall. I'm not sure what that would be like, but uh, oh, I'm sorry, it was a notification. Um, but yeah, the next live, I'm gonna see how I'm doing tomorrow. I might end up taking a day off, but I you'll see there will be if I'm going live, there should be a comment, a pinned comment, board hall. Oh, you mean like what's on this? Actually, yeah, tomorrow by 3 p.m. or around that time, that's usually when I know if I'm going to be doing a live or not. And if I'm not, unless I end up needing to pass out and just like totally die, I will be adding a pinned comment on the latest video, which probably this one, unless I have problems getting it uploaded. But the latest uploaded one will have the pinned comment, so you can look for it there. If I don't say anything past 3 p.m., then it means there's no live, or that won't great detail. That would actually, that's a cool idea. That's a good idea. Okay, I'm gonna keep that up then, so I can make a video of that. That's a good idea, though. You're kidding, but I think that's a good idea because it's actually funny. Like it's so random. It goes from George Bush was a Presbyterian. Uh, George Bush grew up within a Presbyterian and Episcopalian thing to look up familial Mediterranean fever. So it actually might be a good video. You still kidding now, or do you want me to do that video? Oh, I could always keep it a secret. Some of it will be secret, but like, it actually, honestly. I'm guessing you mean never mind. It's not good. You want the video. Okay, I'm gonna make a video. Unless you clarify that you meant never mind a different way. My brain's not processing things right, but I'm gonna make a video on what's there, and I'll leave it there. So that will probably be my next video, like video. And for the live, again, pinned comment on the latest uploaded thing. And I usually, if I don't receive, check it around 3 p.m. Usually about 2-ish, I'll put up a pinned comment. If I don't receive any responses on it, will probably do the latest like thing again, how I've been doing it now, to contact you guys, to let you guys know when a live is going on. But the latest pinned comment thing, checking like 3 p.m. each day, we're just going to keep it at that. That's where you'll get your information because I have no other way of doing it. That's why I delete things. And if you see me deleting, by the way, I might delete some of the comments where you're like, for example, yours, Lou, where you're telling people there's a live going on. I'm going to delete the ones that have already been related to the lives that we've already done. That way there's no confusion. Just so you know, because that way you know I'm not just randomly deleting your comments. So all that sound good, guys? Give me a thumbs up if yes. And also if I understood what you... Yeah, okay, good. And also, I understood you right about this thing, right? Or my med. Perfect. So, I'm actually excited because this thing is going to be funny. So thank you both for joining me. And honestly, that guy, person, whoever it was, that made it really funny. And I'm looking forward to talking to you guys next time with the next live. There'll be more lives while I'm still in my mini makeshift rehab, and then I can do more proper videos. But since I've got this video idea, now I have a video idea that I can do. And I need to shower because, yeah, it's just been too long, and you guys can probably tell considering how many lives I've been doing. So you guys take care. Good night. And I'll talk to you later. So bye. Okay, come on. No, just a bye. I'm not actually pissed. Okay. Never mind then. I was gonna be nice. But goodbye. Good night to you guys.